Hello.
All right, so here we go. Order of operations is what we're going to be talking about today. And so if you look at this, it says to evaluate. Evaluate means give an answer. So I always have kids ask me on the first test, well, what does this mean? Evaluate means answer. So when you're given 3 to the 5th, I need to know what does that mean. And so 3 to the 5th we know means 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Does anybody remember what we call 3? We had a special name for it. Started with B. Base. What do we call 5?
The exponent.
The exponent. That exponent tells you how many 3's you multiply together. So I take 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So let's first of all start. We know that 3 times 3 is 9. Times 3 is
27.
Times 3 is
81.
Times 3 is
243.
243. And so 243 is your answer. Okay?
Can you tone the smartness down a little bit over there?
Okay, so here you go. Evaluate 2 to the 4th, folks. 2 to the 4th. We'll see that 2 to the 4th is 16. Very good. Now remember, 2 to the 4th means 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, 4 times, which gives me a total of 16. Okay, here we go. 4 to the 5th. This one might take you a little bit. 4 to the 5th. 4 to the 5th. Now remember, it's more important to be correct than it is to be fast. Okay? I'm more concerned with your accuracy rather than if you're correct. Or rather than if you're fast. Sorry, I said that wrong. Send it. And the answer is 1,024. Nice job. Okay? 256, you needed to multiply by 4 more. All right? So, there we go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to look at order of operations, otherwise known as, does anybody remember order of operations? What that's known as? You guys had a nifty little term.
Math Bible.
Yep, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. I don't know if you've ever called it this before.
Dinosaurs after supper.
PEMDAS. PEMDAS. Have you ever heard that before?
Yes.
PEMDAS? Okay, PEMDAS. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, something else you've heard of it. Okay, P means parentheses.
Exponents. Multiply, divide, add, subtract.
Now understand that these are on the same level. Multiplication, division, and addition and subtraction. How you determine what you do first is you always work left to right. So let's go ahead and look at this first one. I'm looking for parentheses. Any?
No.
Nope. Next, I'm looking for exponents. Any?
Yes.
Yep. So I'm going to go ahead and do the exponent here first. So when I do that exponent, 2 squared is 4. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for multiplication and division. Do you see any?
Yes.
Yep. Right here. So 8 divided by 4 is 2. Now what I'm going to do is addition and subtraction, and I'm going to work left to right. So first thing I'm going to do is 16 minus 2, which is, I'm going to add 14 to that, and I get 28. So your answer there in that expression is 28. Let's go ahead and look at this one. Evaluate. 20 minus 7 plus 8 squared minus 7 times 11. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to get you started on this one. And then I'll let you finish. So what's the first thing I'm going to do here? 8 squared. Very good. And so I know that 8 squared is 64. What am I going to do next? Multiplication. So I'm going to do the 7 times 11. Very good. So I have 20 minus 7 plus 64 minus 77, and I'm going to let you finish that one for me. Okay? And we'll see that the answer is 0. Very good, because 13 plus 64, Because this is 13, so when you take 13 plus 64, you get 77. Subtract 77 and you get 0. All right, let's look at another one here. This one is a little bit different because what do we now have? Parentheses. So order of operations states I do that first. So I now have 4 divided by 2 plus 5 times 4. Now what I'm going to do is do my multiplication and division left to right. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. 5 times 4 is 20. And your answer is 22. Okay, so now we've added parentheses in the mix. So let's look at this one here. What do you do first there? Do the inside parentheses. You always do the 2 plus 3 in this case. So I'm going to leave the 6 alone, and I'm going to leave the 32 alone. 2 plus 3 I know is 5 squared. Okay. So what is 5 squared?
25.
25. So I have 32 minus 25. Okay. I know that 32 minus 25 is what, folks?
7.
7. So now I'm going to take 6 times 7, which is 42. Very good. Alrighty. Next one. Ooh. Ick. What do we do first? Exponent. 2 cubed. What is 2 cubed? 8. So I have 8 minus 5 on the top. 15 plus 9 on the bottom. What do you do now? 8 minus 5, which is? Over 15 plus 9, which is?
24.
24. Now, we need to see if we can reduce that down. Is there a number that will divide both 3 and 24? 3. 3 goes into 3. 3 goes into 24. 8. So your answer is 1 over 8. Okay, so far so good? Okay, this one. I want you to go ahead and do this one for me, okay? Go ahead and do that one for me. See how you do. So let's all see what we had. Now this one isn't coded. I didn't have this coded in. So there isn't a green answer. Believe it or not, the majority of you got it right. The answer is 10. So look, it looks like the 9 and 11s, it looks like we probably just made a little error. And so we'll go through this real quick. 3 minus 2 I know is 1. So I end up getting 15 minus 10 plus 1 squared. I'm going to add that to 6. I know that 1 squared is 1. So I end up having 15 minus 11 plus 6. 15 minus 11 is 4. If you add that to 6, you get 10. Okay, here we go. This one. Wow, we haven't seen any of these yet this year. Okay, it says to evaluate. Now basically, what did evaluate mean again? Solve given answer. Okay, so when it says to evaluate, I'm looking for a number. So it says evaluate 3x squared plus 2y plus z cubed if x equals 4, y equals 5, z equals 3. This isn't a hard problem. All I'm going to do is wherever I see an x, I'm going to put 4. So I see an x right here. So that means I'm going to put a 4. So really I have 3 times 4 squared. Now wherever I see a y, I'm going to put a 5. Oh, see a y here, so that means I got to put a 5. Oh, next one. Wherever I see a z, I'm going to put a 3. Oh, see a z, I'm going to put a 3. So now this is just a problem that we got done doing before. So we're going to go through and solve that. So order of operations states to do exponents. So 4 squared I know is 16. Okay, so I've still got my 2 times 5 here, and then 3 cubed. What's 3 cubed? 27. So now what I need to do is go ahead and simplify my multiplication problems. So what is 3 times 16? Does anybody know that? 48. Yep, good. 2 times 5 is 10. Order of operations here states I'm going to do the parentheses. So I end up getting 48 plus 37. In this case, it wouldn't have mattered, but you really should since they were given parentheses in the problem. And so what's my final answer going to be?
85.
85. Good. Okay, let's see if we got one for you to try. I think you do. Okay, so a squared times 3b plus 5 divided by c. A squared times 3b plus 5. Okay, you're going to be able to get a number here, so I'll let you go ahead and all right, and believe it or not, the majority is right again. The answer is 23. Okay, so a squared, so I'm going to plug in 2. For b, I'm going to plug in 6. And then divide that by 4. So order of operations states that you're going to go ahead and do the 2 squared, which is 4. Okay, so then you have 3 times 6 plus 5. You're going to divide that by 4. Next thing you're going to do is multiply and divide, so you get 18 there. So you have 4 times 23 divided by 4. Okay, working left to right, you end up getting your answer to be 23. Okay, very last one, okay, is your assignment on page 13, 16 through 54, the evens, and that is due tomorrow.